Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Course Design 101. So we are back on our tutorial course, and in this episode we are going to learn how to place multiple tee boxes. So far with our little tutorial hole, which there's not much to it, it's pretty basic, but we got a green, we've got a fairway, we got a bunker, which we learned how to do last episode. We're really only missing one more thing. We need a place to tee off. So remember when we started in the first episode, all it gave us was just this one sad little tee box that appears to be hovering right now. We'll fix that, don't worry. But I'm going to show you guys how to add multiple tee boxes, how to kind of place them and flatten them, and yeah, a few other things like tee colors, stuff like that. So you may notice that when you go to Create Add, and you go to Surfaces, you know, you've got bunkers, green, fairway, rough, heavy rough. But you might notice there's no tee box option. Well, usually the game, what they do is if you want to lay down multiple tee boxes, you're actually going to use the green texture. Okay? And again, just lay it. You can use brushes or splines. I'm going to show you brushes in my way. I'm just going to keep things really simple, and I'm going to create some circular tee boxes. So on this course, I want to make 4 sets of tees. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to start with my brush tool. I'm going to select my nice round brush. You know, I have my tee right there, but again, I'm kind of going to get down at like ground level here and say, okay, well, maybe we'll have our tee box somewhere there. I'm going to lay that down. I'm going to go back through. I want to add a little layer of rough to it as well. I showed you guys this a little bit in my last episode. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Seems to work with the circular brushes. I actually just click once, and I get a nice little layer of rough around it. So I'm going to do that and repeat that 3 more times. So maybe I'll put my second tee box, maybe I'll put that right there. Now maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. Go. Again, don't move your cursor at all. Go into rough, brush. Should automatically select the other one for you. A little bit smaller. Well, let's make that a little bit bigger, sorry. There we go. Same thing the third time. That's... And again, you can do this with splines if you want to as well, and just auto-line it with rough. Whatever you find works better. This is just the way I like to do it, but I'll probably be experimenting later with some other things. Okay, and one more. Alright. There's our basic tee boxes, but they're super crooked right now, so we need to flatten those out. So we're going to go into our sculpt land, our landscape flatten. We are going to go to basically the same brush we used to make our tee box. So just to keep it simple, our nice circular brush, set it to 0, and I'm just going to highlight over it. Maybe make it a little bit bigger, and click once, and I should have some nice flat tee boxes. Might want to raise this one. I like to kind of give them raise them up a little bit. Maybe like that. And something like this. Do have a little depression in here, which we might want to fix, but you know, that's pretty good for now. Now, when you're thinking about a tee shot, a lot of beginner designers will make the mistake of looking at a tee shot and, like, if I go down to bird's eye view, ground level. First of all, we need to move our tees. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's move our first tee all the way to the back. So highlight over your tee, and it should say hole 1 red tees, and then you should get an option to move it. Just move this guy back to here. There we go. Okay, sorry, back what I was saying. So you look at your tee shot there, and you know, this hill here is kind of blocking your entire view of the rest of the hole. Like, I would probably have a bunker up around here. We didn't get to that, but you know, I want people to see all this. Maybe I'll add a bunker for our next episode just to make this hole a little bit better. So, you know, we got to get rid of this bump here. So I'm going to go to my flatten tool. Again, I'm going to use my fuzzy brush. And I'm just going to try to smooth things out a little bit. Maybe I lower that. You know, maybe I do the opposite here. Maybe I want this part of the fairway to stick up a bit. So I'm just raising it up a little bit. So now, you know, from the back, I can see a little bit more of the hole here. Okay, that hill is gone. So you want to avoid those purposely blind tee shots. A blind tee shot in golf can be a challenging and a good thing, but if you just got a random hill sticking up, that's not how to really execute a blind shot. So just keep aware of that. Okay, so as you can see, we got 4 tee boxes, but we only have 1 tee. We need to change that. So we're going to highlight our tee box again, hole 1 red tees, and you should have a thing to add tee position. So just click on that guy, and you should be able to add another tee box there. Hit add tee box again, 3rd tee box there, and finally add a 4th one. Yeah. Okay, now if you look in the top corner here, it's been automatically assigned 4 different colors. Looks like we have blue at the back, we've got white here, this one is green, and this one is red. Now you may not like that order. You got a few different tee colors to go with, and I'll show you how to change them. So if I want to highlight, maybe I want to change this back tee to a black tee instead of a blue tee. So I'm going to click on my hole 1 blue tees, and I'm going to go to tee color. And then we got 6 different options. It's not a huge amount, but let's just change it to black. So then we got black there. Maybe I want to change my 2nd tee markers to blue. Oops, we'll get to that in a second. Change it to blue, and then maybe we keep it green or red. Okay. And then it gives you these little basic ball tee markers, but you can change those too. If you go to tee markers, there's actually quite a few different ones. Some kind of neat ones too. These ones are new for this year, I think. These 4 at the bottom. These are kind of cool. So yeah, you can, whatever style you want, you can have different little tee markers. And I think that is about it. So laying tee box is pretty basic. You won't be able to find a certain tee marker part per se. It's just just use green or fair. If you find you like the look of fairway more, use fairway. You can do that too. Okay, so we've basically got our basics for a hole down, but it's super basic right now. So in our next few episodes, we're going to cover a few more aesthetic things. We're going to look a little bit into sculpting and planting, just to make this hole pop a little bit more. We might look at maybe adding a water feature, so I'll show you guys how to lay it down a creek or a little lake. And then we'll go on to some finishing touches. So for now, that's going to end this episode, and we will be back very shortly with another one. Happy designing.